Hey everybody, today I just finished day one of my guide dog training. I'm getting in-home training from Guiding Eyes in Yorktown Heights, New York. And I have been matched with a beautiful yellow lab named Frances. And she is very, very sweet and pretty. Let me see if I can turn this around. Let's see. I don't know if I can figure this out right now. All right, well, come here, friend. Come here. Let's see if we can see her. There's a top of her head. There she is. She's a really good girl. So what I thought today, what happened today, the trainer came to my house, which was great, and she brought the dog. My kids were very, very excited. I was an absolute wreck the whole few hours before she came, probably since early this morning, and it's close to midnight now. But I was really, really nervous. When she came and I saw her, I felt a little bit calmer, and then I kind of like went into like concentration mode. Like I really just had to listen to what I was being told and, see how it fit in my lifestyle, see how I was going to apply it. I got thrown a lot of information, a lot of different materials for the dog. I mean, medication, ear wash, dental care, the harness, the leash, the collars, everything that you could think of. So that was something that like I really had to pay attention, because you're excited and you're happy that the dog is here, but you still have to learn. I also thought that home training, because we were at home, would be, easier because you figure in your own environment. But, trying to listen and you have two toddlers running around and a husband that's running around, and, it was just like, oh, like after a while, like your head was spinning. But when my little one finally went down and take a nap, my older one was able to just sit and watch a movie and she was fine. And then I felt like, I was able to get a lot more out of it. So far, personality-wise, I think Frances is actually a combination of my kids. She's very, very sweet and very, very intelligent. A lot of, like, what I see Nula is. But I could also see that she has that little bit of wild child in her, which is my Aoife. So it's kind of funny that she was the dog that was matched with me. She's about 60 pounds, so she's a tinier female lab, really beautifully colored, a little light, towards the front of the head. And today was just kind of like, brought her in the house, introduced her to me, introduced her to the kids, and we had actually met her before. They test drove a few dogs with us to see what would work best with my girls. That was very important to me, and what would work best for the speed that I walk. And Frances had, really been one of the dogs that they had considered, and that's who I ended up with, which I was very, very happy with that. So now tomorrow is like day one of, well, it's actually day two, but it's day one of actually routes. So we're going to do a short route from my home to a destination for me to get used to her leading me and guiding me. I'm a little nervous about that. Not because, of the dog part. I guess it's just, you're so used to like having that cane in your hand, or having somebody with you, that we have to build the relationship where I have the confidence in her and she has the confidence in me to get me where I need to go and get me there safely. So it'll just be me and my trainer tomorrow with Frances, and we're going to see how that goes. So what I'm going to do is every day I'm going to try to give you an update on how I feel during the training, physically, emotionally. I'm telling you right now, I feel like a deflated balloon. Like I just feel like, I think all the stress and everything, of just waiting and the anticipation, it was just like all right here on my shoulders. And now that she's here and she's like really here, then, now I'm starting to kind of like relax a little bit. But at the same time, I'm anticipating tomorrow, and I'm still like a little anxious. So that's, where we're at. So we'll see how it goes tomorrow with our first walk. But I really love her. She's really, really cute, and she's very, very sweet. She has beautiful facial expressions, and you know, I could see, you know, like her eyes, I can make that out. I can make her nose out. And she's just, you know, she just has like a really cute look to her face. And I've had dogs before, but she's just a really, really pretty looking lab. So I will take some pictures and post them, and follow along with this journey with me, because it is a journey, and it's something that I'm thinking about, you know, as I go through this, is how Francis will be a part of all these milestones in my kids' lives, from the time that they go to kindergarten. I'm getting upset. So when they graduate, you know, maybe graduate preschool or make communion. So you have this dog that's really like going to be a part of their lives throughout their whole childhood. And that's important to me, and I don't take that lightly. And I want them to have good memories of their mom, and I want them to have good memories of their childhood. And you know, and this dog is almost, if you think about it, it's like a sibling, you know, to them. And I just hope that that I do right by them, and I do right by the dog, and I learn all there is to learn, and we have a really solid relationship for a long time. It's a very, very emotional thing, getting one of these dogs, and I feel like that the highs and lows have been throughout anticipating this, because I've been waiting for so long. It's actually been like 4.5 years that I've been waiting for a dog, and that's not the normal you know, amount of time by any stretch of the imagination. It's usually, you know, anywhere between like 1.5 to 2 years, but I kept getting pregnant, you know, 2 babies back to back, 20 months apart. And you know, now it finally worked out, so there's a lot of relief there as well. So come back tomorrow, and I'll let you know how my first walk goes, and hopefully I can post some pictures for you as well. All right, you guys have a great night.